In Persuasion, Jane Austen constructs a world in which the values of pride, appearance, and social hierarchy are tested against those of humility, constancy, and moral worth. Among the novel's cast, Elizabeth Elliot, the eldest daughter of Sir Walter Elliot, stands as one of the most striking embodiments of pride and superficiality. Through Elizabeth, Austen exposes the moral decay of the aristocracy and contrasts empty gentility with genuine refinement of character. Although she plays a secondary role in the plot, Elizabeth functions as a crucial foil to Anne Elliot, amplifying the heroine's quiet strength and moral intelligence. Her characterization also serves as a social commentary on class, gender, and the fragility of inherited privilege in an age of economic and moral transition. Role in the narrative. At the narrative level, Elizabeth Elliot's function is primarily oppositional. She exists to contrast with Anne, to sustain the vanity of her father, and to illustrate the dangers of self-deception. As the eldest daughter of Sir Walter, Elizabeth is the natural heir to her father's vanity and social pretension. She is described early in the novel as handsome, elegant, and rationally proud. Yet her beauty and sense of superiority are hollow foundations for a meaningful life. Unlike Anne, Elizabeth shows no introspection or emotional growth. She remains static throughout the novel, her self-image entirely dependent on external admiration and social rank. Elizabeth's presence in the story reinforces Anne's isolation within her own family. Both Sir Walter and Elizabeth dismiss Anne as faded and insignificant, describing her as someone who is nobody and has no beauty. In this way, Austen dramatizes the emotional cruelty of vanity and the blindness of social prejudice. Elizabeth's indifference not only alienates Anne but also reflects the moral shallowness that dominates Kellynch Hall. When financial mismanagement forces the Elliots to rent their estate, Elizabeth's inability to adapt or empathize with others, especially the Crofts, who are only naval people, demonstrates how rigid pride undermines both practical judgment and human connection. In Bath, Elizabeth's role continues to highlight the moral vacuum of her class. She becomes absorbed in maintaining appearances and securing a socially advantageous friendship with Mrs. Clay, whose sycophantic devotion flatters Elizabeth's vanity. Ironically, Elizabeth's blindness to Mrs. Clay's manipulative ambitions parallels her father's susceptibility to flattery and hints at the family's self-inflicted downfall. Thus, while she has little direct influence on the romantic plot between Anne and Wentworth, Elizabeth's behavior constantly reinforces the thematic tension between vanity and virtue, as well as constancy and superficiality. Symbolic significance. Elizabeth Elliot represents the decline of the traditional English aristocracy and the moral emptiness of inherited privilege. Austen wrote Persuasion during a time when social mobility and meritocracy embodied in the rising status of naval officers like Captain Wentworth were beginning to challenge the rigid hierarchies of the landed gentry. Elizabeth's obsession with rank and appearance encapsulates an old order that is decaying from within. Her fixation on lineage and refinement contrasts sharply with the industrious self-discipline of the naval characters. While Captain Wentworth gains fortune and status through merit and service, Elizabeth clings to titles and traditions that no longer hold moral authority. In this way, she functions as an allegorical figure of stagnation, a person who values the form of gentility without its substance. Her father's narcissism mirrors hers, and together they symbolize an entire class that cannot adapt to the new moral and economic realities of post-Napoleonic England. Furthermore, Elizabeth symbolizes the failure of moral education among women of her class. Austen often critiques the way genteel women are taught to prioritize appearances, marriage, and reputation over moral reflection and empathy. Elizabeth's upbringing has rewarded her for beauty and pride, leaving her emotionally impoverished and socially vulnerable. She is the product of a system that prizes display over depth. In this sense, she serves as a cautionary figure, a demonstration of what a woman becomes when her self-worth depends entirely on external validation, rather than inner integrity. Broader implications. Beyond her role in the family dynamic, Elizabeth Elliot embodies Austen's broader critique of social hypocrisy, female vanity, and the shifting foundations of class. Through her, Austen explores how self-absorption and social ambition distort human relationships and moral judgment. On one level, Elizabeth's character underscores the limitations placed on women in a patriarchal society. Despite her arrogance, she is also trapped by her social position. As an unmarried woman in her late 20s, her value is diminishing in the eyes of society, an irony that Austen exploits with subtle humor. Her fear of becoming Mrs. Clay's equal, through a scandalous family connection, reveals the precariousness of women's reputations and the cruel standards imposed upon them. In this way, Elizabeth is both critic and victim of the social system she upholds. Her relentless maintenance of appearances can be read as a survival strategy in a world where a woman's status depends on male approval. At another level, Elizabeth illustrates the moral dangers of vanity and self-delusion, a recurring theme in Austen's work. Her inability to see the worth of those outside her narrow social sphere, such as the Crofts or Captain Wentworth, reflects a broader human blindness to merit that is unaccompanied by rank. This blindness is not merely personal but systemic. Austen implies that the social elite's obsession with display and pedigree closes their eyes to the moral vitality emerging from other classes. Finally, Elizabeth's character highlights Austen's subtle irony and moral realism. She is not punished dramatically, as some villains are in earlier novels, but left in a state of emotional and moral stasis. By the novel's end, and finds happiness and moral fulfillment, while Elizabeth remains unchanged, still elegant, still self-satisfied, yet utterly hollow. This quiet contrast serves as Austen's final judgment. Moral blindness is its own punishment, and the inability to love or grow is a far more profound loss than social decline. Conclusion. Elizabeth Elliot may appear, at first glance, a secondary figure in Persuasion, yet her role is thematically essential. She embodies the moral and social inertia of an aristocracy unwilling to evolve, providing a vivid foil to Anne's humility and emotional depth. Symbolically, she represents the collapse of values based on birth and vanity, replaced by merit, moral sensitivity, and emotional authenticity. Through her, Austen critiques both the social structures that produce such shallow characters and the personal choices that perpetuate moral emptiness. In the end, Elizabeth's world, built on appearances, pride, and social exclusivity, stands in quiet ruin beside Anne's world of integrity and renewal. Austen's portrayal of Elizabeth Elliot thus transcends mere satire. It becomes a moral diagnosis of a society in transition, and a timeless reminder that true gentility resides not in status or beauty, but in the capacity for humility, empathy, and growth.